What's going on, guys and girls? My name is Suki and I'm back with a brand new video over on Super Duper Tech. Now in today's video I will be giving you my full and in-depth review of the 12.9 inch iPad Pro, as well as comparing it to the likes of the original iPad. Now first up, as I'm sure you probably would have noticed, the device itself has got a lot thinner than the original iPad. We now have a lightning port, which is a more digitalized reversible connector when compared to the 30-pin dot connector which we had on the original iPad, as well as we also have dual stereo surround sound speakers instead of the single mono speaker. Now over on the right hand side of both devices we still have the volume rocker switches, but on the iPad Pro we no longer have the silent toggle switch. And on the top of both devices we still have the sleep wake button, as well as the 3.5mm headphone jack. And just like the bottom of the iPad Pro, we again get two more speakers allowing for stereo sound. Now on the original iPad I do have the 3G model, which does mean that I have a SIM card slot, which if this was the Wi-Fi only variant, then that SIM card slot would of course not be there. Now over on the iPad Pro there is a smart connector. Now the smart connector is there to allow for third-party cases and keyboards to attach to the iPad Pro. Now this does allow for data and power to be transferred to and from the iPad. Now I went over to Geekbench's website and I managed to pull off this score. Now this score is for the original iPad. Geekbench scored it 474, whereas the iPad Pro gets a multi-core score of 5,468. Now I have got a full comparison between the iPad Pro, the iPad Air 2, as well as the 2016 Retina 12-inch MacBook. Now you can click the card on the top right hand side of the screen to go and check that video out. Now with the iPad Pro having a speaker in every single corner, it felt natural for me to go ahead and test exactly how loud these speakers get. Now overall, the speakers did crank up to around 90 to even 95 and even 103.5 decibels, but that was right next to it. But for some reason these speakers sound really clear. Trust me, you just gotta hear it in person. Now the iPad Pro does come shipping with iOS 9 pre-installed. Now this does mean you do get split screen multitasking as well as picture-in-picture mode. Now the best way that I can describe picture-in-picture mode is by essentially, if you're watching a video, you can pop it out of that window and drag it around and watch it wherever you're doing whatever you're doing. Now as you can see on screen, I'm watching an episode of The Arrow. I pop the video out. I'm also shopping on Amazon, as well as I'm now about to read a book at the same time while all this is happening. So you can multitask on the iPad, but it still is pretty limited, at least when compared to a MacBook or a PC. Now in the next section of this review I will show you what it looks like to take both photos and videos using the front and rear facing cameras. You guys have got no idea how ridiculous I look in that mirror. Taking a selfie with a 12.9 inch iPad. It's not ideal. Now to keep things short, the iPad Pro is the most powerful tablet I've ever come across. Now it's only as good as it is when you pair it with the accessories such as the keyboard case as well as the Apple Pencil. Now many people won't need the Apple Pencil, but if you're some sort of creative professional like an artist or a graphics designer or even an architect, then the Apple Pencil is something that you would like to get with your iPad Pro. Now I've got a full review and unboxing of the Apple Pencil. Now you can click the card on the top right hand side of the video to go and check that out. But like I said, to keep things short, the iPad Pro, once you've got the keyboard case as well as the Apple Pencil and the baseline 32GB Wi-Fi only model, you're already looking in the region of around £880. Now for an additional £100, you could get yourself the 13-inch MacBook Air, which has a full desktop operating system as well as 128 gigabytes of memory, which is 4 times as much as you're getting on the baseline model, as well as it's a much powerful device. So to keep things short, if you're an average consumer, I wouldn't exactly bother looking at the iPad Pro, especially seeing as how heavy it can be when you equipped it with the keyboard case. Now if you're already in the Apple ecosystem and you're looking to purchase an iPad and you of course want the most powerful one, then the 12.9-inch iPad isn't something that I would recommend to you. I would recommend looking at the 9.7-inch variant. This is as it does exactly the same things as the 12.9-inch variant. It's £180 more cheaper, but you're only risking that smaller screen real estate, which up until last year was the biggest screen size that Apple offered. So you're not really missing out on a ton. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, then do please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. On the left hand side you will find my 2016 12-inch Retina MacBook review video, and on the right hand side you will find my Apple Pencil unboxing as well as a review. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.